Are you new to project management and feeling overwhelmed about where to even start with planning a project? Hi, I'm Andrew from PMAspirant. In this video, I'll explain why planning is so important, break down the essentials of a good project plan, and walk you through an easy-to-follow process to get started. By the end, you'll feel ready to tackle your project head-on. If this sounds good to you, let's dive in. Let's start with the big picture. Why do we even plan projects? The truth is, without a plan, you're just guessing. And in the world of projects, guessing often leads to frustration, missed deadlines, and blown budgets. Think of it this way. If you were going on a road trip, you wouldn't just hop in the car and start driving, right? You'd decide where you're going, map out the route, and figure out what you need along the way. Planning a project is the same. It gives you direction and ensures you're prepared for what's ahead. Good planning is what keeps you and your team aligned, reduces risks, and builds trust with stakeholders. It's the foundation that supports everything else. Without it, even the best teams can struggle. So what makes a project a project? At its core, every project has 4 basic elements. 1. A start and end date. Projects are temporary, they have a beginning and end, and specific goals to achieve. 2. A deliverable. Whether it's a product, a service, or a piece of information, every project has something tangible to produce. 3. A team and resources. Projects involve people and tools working together to achieve the deliverable. 4. A process. A structured way to guide the team from start to finish. A project plan ties all of these elements together. It answers the big questions. Why are we doing this? What are we delivering? Who's involved? How are we going to do it? And when does it all need to happen? To answer these big questions, here are the 5 steps. Step 1. Define the purpose and goals. Every successful project starts with one question: why is this project happening? The answer gives you purpose, and purpose gives your team direction. Next, set clear goals. What does success look like? Think of goals as your destination on the map. For example, if you're organizing a company event, your goal might be to host a conference for 500 attendees by a specific date. Goals should be specific, measurable, and tied to the bigger picture. When your purpose and goals are clear, it's like putting a flag in the ground. Everyone knows where they're headed and why it matters. Step 2. Break down the deliverables. Now that you know why the project exists, let's talk about what you're delivering. Your deliverables are the building blocks of your project. For example, let's say your project is to launch a new website. The big deliverable is the website itself, but it's made up of smaller deliverables like design mock-ups, written content, and a working prototype. Breaking your deliverables into smaller chunks makes the project feel manageable. It's the difference between saying, "I need to run a marathon," and saying, "I'll run 1 mile today." Working piece by piece, the big goal starts to feel achievable. Step 3. Assign tasks and set a timeline. Now that you've broken down the work, it's time to figure out who is doing it and when. This is where your roadmap starts to take shape. Assign tasks to the right people or teams, and be realistic about timelines. For example, if writing website content will take 2 weeks, assign it to your writer and block out that time on the schedule. Be clear about what's expected, but also be flexible. Projects rarely go exactly as planned. Think of your timeline as your guiding compass. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it should point everyone in the right direction. Step 4. Budget and resources. Every project has costs, whether it's time, money, or both. Creating a budget is like setting guardrails. It helps you stay on track without veering too far off course. Start by listing out your major expenses. For example, if you're organizing an event, you might include venue rental, catering, and marketing. Don't forget about your resources too, whether it's team members, tools, or software. Knowing what you have to work with helps you make smarter decisions. Remember, a good budget isn't just about tracking costs, it's about using resources efficiently. It's your safety net against surprises. Finally, let's talk about the process. Your process is how the team works together to bring the project to life. Typically, your organization will already have a defined process for handling projects, such as waterfall, agile, or hybrid project management. As a project manager, it's important to familiarize yourself with that process. Learn from lessons captured in previous projects, what worked, what didn't, and how you can apply those insights to improve outcomes. Your process might include setting up regular check-ins, using tools like Gantt charts or Kanban boards to track progress, and defining how to handle changes to the plan. Think of your process as the operating manual moving the project forward. A clear process isn't about being rigid. It's about providing structure. When everyone knows the plan, it's easier to adapt and succeed. Good project planning isn't about creating a rigid set of rules. It's about setting up your team for success. It keeps you focused, reduces risks, and builds confidence in your ability to deliver. Even if things don't go perfectly, a solid plan helps you navigate challenges and stay on track. Let's quickly recap the key takeaways for creating a project plan. 1. Start by defining the purpose and goals to give your project direction. 2. Break down deliverables into smaller, manageable pieces. 3. Assign tasks to the right people and create a realistic timeline. 4. Budget carefully and ensure you have the resources you need. 5. Create a process and remember to learn from past projects. With these steps, you'll have a roadmap to guide your project from start to finish. And there you have it, your beginner's guide to project planning. Remember, every great project starts with a solid plan, and planning is a skill you'll get better at with practice and experience. If this video is helpful for launching your project, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel for more project management insights. I'd also love to hear from you. What challenges have you faced when planning projects? Or if you're new to project management, what's your biggest question about planning? Let me know in the comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.